The Early Foundations, a Legacy of Adaptation and Resilience. Jeff Bezos' story began not in the flashy boardrooms of Fortune 500 companies, but in the humble surroundings of a single-parent household. Born on January 12, 1964, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Jeff's early life was marked by the kind of challenges that many would find hard to overcome. His parents were just teenagers when he was born. His father, a man who was not prepared for fatherhood or marriage, soon separated from Jeff's mother, Jacqueline. At just 17 months old, Jeff's world was thrown into uncertainty, with his parents divorcing, leaving his mother to raise him alone. However, Jacqueline was not just any ordinary mother. A fiercely independent woman with a vision, she remarried when Jeff was young, and her new husband, Mike Bezos, adopted Jeff as his own. Jeff's upbringing in this new home was not one of luxury, but it was one that taught him values of hard work, resilience, and the importance of personal responsibility. He was raised in a home where love, not money, was the primary currency, and from a very young age, he began to show signs of his future greatness. It was clear from the start that Jeff's mind operated differently. While most children played with toys, Jeff took them apart. He didn't just see a toy as something to play with. He saw it as something to understand. He would unscrew parts, reassemble them, and in the process, develop a deep sense of curiosity about how things worked. On one occasion, he even dismantled his own crib with a screwdriver, a simple act that seemed almost prophetic for the future entrepreneur who would go on to build a multi-billion-dollar empire. Spending his summers at his grandparents' ranch in Texas only deepened his understanding of the world. There he took on real-world responsibilities that shaped his character. From fixing windmills to vaccinating cattle, young Jeff learned how to handle difficult, physically demanding tasks. These experiences planted seeds of determination in him. He understood the value of hard work and the satisfaction that came from solving problems. The days spent under the Texas sun were more than just a break from school. They were a critical time in his personal development, where Jeff would begin to forge the mindset of someone who could tackle almost anything. In high school, Jeff continued to show his exceptional academic skills, but he didn't just excel in the classroom. He also sought out real-world experience. It was during this time that he took a job at a local McDonald's, a job that, at first glance, may seem ordinary, even menial. But for Jeff, it would become an invaluable education in business and leadership. Flipping burgers and serving customers might not sound like the foundation for one of the world's most innovative companies, but Jeff Bezos would tell you otherwise. While working at McDonald's, Jeff didn't just learn about the mechanics of fast food. He learned about customer service, about how to work under pressure, and about how to manage people. At McDonald's, he discovered the kind of lessons that are impossible to learn in a textbook: the importance of being efficient, the art of keeping calm during stressful moments, and the necessity of delivering quality service at all times. There's something particularly humbling about working a job where you're in constant contact with the public. Jeff didn't let the small details go unnoticed. Whether it was handling customer complaints or improving the speed of the kitchen line, he was already demonstrating an eye for improvement. He began to understand that every small action, every choice made in service, added up to a larger whole. This was perhaps one of the earliest indicators of Jeff's entrepreneurial mindset, his ability to see the system in its entirety, not just the individual parts. As he graduated high school and moved on to college, Jeff's path was not as straightforward as some would expect from a future billionaire. He initially set his sights on becoming a theoretical physicist, hoping to dive deep into the mysteries of the universe. However, as he soon discovered, his journey into physics was far from easy. College, which should have been a place of intellectual fulfillment, turned out to be a struggle for Jeff. Despite being a bright young man, he found himself bogged down by the complexities of subjects like algebra. The path to becoming a physicist, one he had once envisioned as his destiny, was becoming an uphill battle. One particularly memorable moment in his academic journey would forever change the course of his life. After spending hours trying to solve a complex math problem, Jeff witnessed a fellow student solve the issue in mere minutes. In that instant, a shift happened. He realized that, although he was certainly capable of great things, his future wasn't going to be in the realm of theoretical physics. It was a humbling moment, one where Jeff had to face his own limitations and accept that his ambitions might need to change. But instead of seeing it as a defeat, Jeff saw it as an opportunity for growth. In that pivotal moment, Jeff made one of the most important decisions of his life. He would switch his major to computer science. This decision didn't just shift his academic focus. It set the course for the future of one of the world's most innovative companies. It was a moment of clarity, one that showed Jeff's ability to adapt, learn from failure, and pivot when necessary. It was a trait that would serve him throughout his career, especially when facing the inevitable setbacks that would come his way. Upon graduating from Princeton University in 1986 with a degree in electrical engineering and computer science, Jeff's journey into the world of business began. He started working for a variety of tech companies, learning the ins and outs of the industry. His roles allowed him to hone his skills as an engineer, but they also exposed him to the exciting, fast-growing world of the Internet. As the 90s approached, the Internet was rapidly emerging as a powerful force, and Jeff knew that this was his moment. The decision to leave his well-paying job in the early 90s to start his own business might have seemed reckless to others, but Jeff had a vision. He saw the Internet as the future, and he believed that there was a huge opportunity to create something entirely new. In 1994, at the age of 30, Jeff quit his stable job, packed his bags, and moved to Seattle. It was there that he began the journey of creating Amazon, an online bookstore that would later transform into the world's largest e-commerce platform. But in those early days, the road wasn't smooth. In fact, it was far from it. Many people thought Jeff was crazy to leave a lucrative career in the tech industry to start an online bookstore. Even Jeff himself knew that there was a 70% chance that his business would fail. Yet, he pressed on. He understood that the cost of inaction, of not trying, would be far greater than any failure. He refused to let fear of failure dictate his life. And so, in a small garage in Seattle, the story of Amazon began. With a humble beginning and a vision for the future, Jeff Bezos embarked on a journey that would take him to the heights of success. But his path wasn't without failure. Amazon, in its early years, failed multiple times, costing Bezos and his investors billions of dollars. Yet each failure was a lesson, an opportunity to learn and improve. For Jeff, failure was never an obstacle. It was a stepping stone. And it's this resilience, this refusal to give up, that would become one of his defining qualities. The journey was long, the struggles many, but Jeff Bezos would go on to prove that with perseverance, vision, and a willingness to take risks, even the most unlikely individuals could change the world. And that's exactly what he did. From flipping burgers to running the world's largest online retailer, Jeff Bezos' story is a testament to the power of resilience, the importance of hard work, and the ability to embrace failure as a path to success. The leap of faith, a vision beyond the horizon. As Jeff Bezos ventured into the world of entrepreneurship, he was fueled by a single unwavering belief that the digital future would reshape how people lived, worked, and interacted. However, while his vision for Amazon was grand, the execution was far from simple. The world was still unfamiliar with the idea of shopping online, and skeptics were everywhere. The Internet itself was still in its infancy, and very few people could see its potential. Yet, Bezos had an innate ability to look beyond the present moment, to imagine a future where the Internet wasn't just a novelty, but an essential part of daily life. Amazon began as something simple, an online bookstore. But Jeff was never content with simple. From the very beginning, he saw Amazon not just as a retail platform, but as the gateway to a new era of convenience. It was a bold vision, one that defied traditional business models and took a huge leap of faith into uncharted waters. At the time, Online shopping was virtually unheard of, and the idea of buying books over the internet was something that most people simply couldn't fathom. But Bezos was not afraid of that uncertainty. He embraced it. In 1995, Jeff launched Amazon from his garage, working late nights and early mornings to build what would become the foundation of a digital empire. At that time, few could have predicted that this small startup would evolve into a trillion-dollar company. But Jeff's determination was like a force of nature, and with it, he began the uphill battle of growing Amazon from a small online bookstore into the behemoth it is today. The early years of Amazon were grueling. Bezos and his small team worked tirelessly, often facing setbacks and financial difficulties. But despite the struggles, Amazon continued to grow. Jeff's unrelenting drive pushed the company to innovate constantly. While traditional retailers stuck to brick-and-mortar stores, Bezos envisioned a world where people could shop from the comfort of their homes, where vast inventories of products could be accessed with a single click. This idea of convenience would be the cornerstone of Amazon's success. However, even Jeff's most optimistic projections weren't without their challenges. Amazon's first year was full of struggles. For one, the company was hemorrhaging money, and it was clear that there were no guarantees of success. Bezos had invested his own savings into the venture, and despite the growth, there was no promise that Amazon would ever turn a profit. And yet, Jeff's focus wasn't on immediate returns. It was on the long-term goal, creating a platform so large, so integrated, and so indispensable that it would one day revolutionize how people purchased goods. During these early years, Amazon's journey was often a lonely one. The media was skeptical, investors were wary, and the market was uncertain. It took an extraordinary amount of faith and resilience for Bezos to keep pushing forward when many thought his dream would crash and burn. Even within Amazon, there were voices questioning whether they were moving too fast or too recklessly. But Jeff knew one fundamental truth: to create something truly revolutionary, one must be willing to take risks. And risks, especially big ones, often come with failure. In these moments of doubt, Bezos leaned into his ability to dream beyond the horizon. He had already made the decision not to worry about the possibility of failure. For him, the risk of not trying was far greater than the chance of losing it all. He took calculated risks, trying things that had never been attempted before. For example, Amazon's early focus on customer experience set it apart from competitors. Bezos didn't just want to sell books. He wanted to create a seamless shopping experience that would encourage repeat customers. He innovated around the user interface, the ease of navigation, and the personalization of recommendations, even though none of this was guaranteed to work. The road wasn't always smooth, and Bezos experienced moments of deep uncertainty. In 1999, after years of pouring every ounce of energy into Amazon, the company was still struggling to turn a profit. On the surface, it looked like the dream could be coming to an end. But Jeff didn't give up. He made decisions that many CEOs might have hesitated to make. He pushed the company to expand its offerings beyond books, turning Amazon into an online marketplace for electronics, clothing, and eventually nearly every product under the sun. This expansion, while risky, would ultimately prove to be the move that changed Amazon from a niche bookstore into a dominant global force. Despite facing constant financial losses in those early years, Bezos never compromised on his long-term vision. His belief in Amazon's potential never wavered, and his leadership inspired his employees to push past challenges. One of Bezos's early principles was that Amazon should focus on growth over profitability, understanding that a company of Amazon's scope and reach would need time to scale before it could turn a profit. This thinking was unorthodox and difficult for investors to swallow at first, but Jeff knew that this strategy, combined with relentless innovation, would lead Amazon to greatness. As the years went on, the internet continued to grow, and the world began to change. People became more comfortable with the idea of shopping online, and Amazon's user-friendly interface made it the go-to place for a wide range of products. The company's customer-centric approach, with services like fast shipping and easy returns, began to win the trust of millions of people worldwide. By 2005, Amazon Prime was introduced, a game-changer that provided customers with free 2-day shipping and a variety of other benefits. This innovation turned Amazon into not just a store, but a service, a lifeline for people who wanted fast, reliable delivery right to their doorsteps. Through it all, Jeff Bezos maintained his unwavering commitment to experimentation. Amazon's failures, like its attempts at building a physical retail presence or its initial struggles in expanding its product categories, were never seen as setbacks. Instead, they were opportunities to learn and improve. Each failure served as a stepping stone toward further innovation. Bezos recognized that failure wasn't just a possibility, it was a necessity for growth. Without failure, there could be no breakthrough, no innovation, no Amazon as we know it today. In 2013, Amazon unveiled its boldest idea yet, the Kindle, a device that would revolutionize the way people read books. While the concept of e-readers was not new, Bezos was determined to make the Kindle different, more affordable, more accessible, and deeply integrated into Amazon's digital ecosystem. The Kindle would not only change the book industry, but also redefine how we consume media in general. This was just another example of Jeff's foresight, anticipating changes in technology and consumer behavior, and acting on them long before anyone else recognized the opportunity. By 2017, Amazon had become a trillion-dollar company, and Jeff Bezos was officially the richest person in the world. But for him, wealth and success were never the ultimate goals. Instead, Bezos' true measure of success was the lasting impact Amazon would have on the world. His vision extended far beyond profit margins and stock prices. He wanted Amazon to be a company that would fundamentally change people's lives for the better, a company that would improve how we shop, read, work, and connect with each other. And as Bezos' personal wealth grew, so did his ambitions. He set his sights on space exploration, founding Blue Origin in 2000 with the goal of making space travel accessible to everyone. His belief that humanity's future lies in space was yet another example of how he always looked beyond the present, always searching for ways to leave a mark on the world in ways that most people could only dream of. Jeff Bezos' journey from a small garage in Seattle to the pinnacle of global business success wasn't an easy one, but it was a journey fueled by an unshakable belief in his vision, a willingness to take risks, and a relentless pursuit of innovation. Amazon's success wasn't a result of blind luck. It was the result of years of hard work, failures, learning, and above all, the courage to leap into the unknown. And while Bezos may have been the one to lead the way, it was the collective effort of a team that brought Amazon to where it is today. Each person, each idea, and each risk played a vital role in making Amazon the global giant it is now. This is Jeff Bezos' story, a story of vision, resilience, and innovation. It's a reminder to all of us that the greatest achievements in life don't come from staying in the safe zone, but from daring to leap, even when the path ahead is unclear. A world transformed, the unseen legacy of innovation and growth. As Amazon expanded, it quickly became more than just a marketplace. It began to change the very fabric of how society operated. From its humble beginnings in a garage to its position as one of the largest and most influential companies in the world, Amazon didn't just transform commerce. It altered the way businesses interact with customers, how technology shapes our daily lives, and how entire industries adapt or fall behind. But as with all great transformations, much of Amazon's success was driven by the unseen, often behind-the-scenes decisions that Jeff Bezos made. Decisions that few could have predicted would change the world forever. One of the most significant aspects of Bezos' leadership was his ability to think long-term. Where others saw challenges, Bezos saw opportunities. For instance, in the early 2000s, when most businesses were focused on turning a quick profit, Bezos made the counterintuitive decision to focus on growth at the expense of short-term earnings. While competitors were obsessed with quarterly earnings reports, Bezos was singularly focused on building a company that would outlast the fleeting trends of the moment. He was willing to sacrifice profits in order to invest in new technology, logistics, and customer experience. And it paid off. A prime example of this long-term thinking was Amazon Web Services, AWS, a business division that would go on to revolutionize the world of cloud computing. In the early 2000s, Amazon had access to vast amounts of unused server capacity. Rather than let this resource go to waste, Bezos saw an opportunity to provide other businesses with access to this infrastructure. In 2006, Amazon launched AWS, and it quickly became a game changer. What began as a service to host websites became the backbone for some of the world's largest companies, including Netflix, Airbnb, and thousands of startups. AWS didn't just change how companies operate, it democratized technology. Small businesses, which once struggled to afford the expensive servers required for their operations, could now tap into the same infrastructure as global giants. The cloud became the new frontier, and Amazon was the trailblazer. It was a strategic move that, at the time, many couldn't see coming, but it proved to be one of the most successful business decisions in history. AWS has not only generated billions of dollars for Amazon, but has also been a catalyst for innovation, enabling companies to grow faster and reach more customers than ever before. But Bezos' long-term vision wasn't limited to business innovations. He also saw the potential for Amazon to shape the future of logistics. For years, traditional retail relied on third-party companies to handle its shipping. Bezos understood that to truly control the customer experience, Amazon needed to have its own shipping infrastructure. Over time, Amazon developed an unparalleled global logistics network, allowing the company to ship millions of products worldwide with speed and efficiency. With the introduction of same-day or two-day shipping for Prime members, Amazon redefined customer expectations and set a new standard for the retail industry. This logistical mastery didn't just happen overnight. Bezos was relentless in his pursuit of efficiency and innovation, constantly pushing the boundaries of what was possible. Amazon began investing in new technologies like robotics and artificial intelligence to streamline its warehouses and improve the customer experience. The company developed cutting-edge software to predict customer preferences and anticipate their needs. Amazon's logistics infrastructure was not just about speed. It was about providing an experience that made shopping easier and more convenient than ever before. Amazon's expansion into various markets also demonstrated Bezos' ability to identify and seize opportunities ahead of the curve. He understood that to remain at the forefront of innovation, Amazon had to diversify beyond books and electronics. Over time, Amazon began offering products in nearly every category imaginable, from groceries to fashion to home goods. But the company didn't stop there. Bezos believed that Amazon could change entire industries. And so, Amazon entered sectors that seemed, at first glance, to be beyond the reach of an online retailer. The acquisition of Whole Foods in 2017 was one of the most notable examples of Amazon's ambition to disrupt traditional industries. By acquiring the grocery giant, Bezos was making a bold statement. Amazon wasn't just a tech company. It was a force capable of reshaping entire sectors. But Amazon's expansion wasn't just about business growth. It was also about creating a broader ecosystem that supported its vision. For instance, the development of the Amazon Echo and the Alexa voice assistant marked the company's entry into the smart home market, further solidifying its role in consumers' daily lives. The Echo devices became a hub for Amazon services, including shopping, entertainment, and home automation. The success of Alexa illustrated how Amazon was moving beyond e-commerce, positioning itself as an all-encompassing tech giant that could shape everything from how we shop to how we interact with our homes. Bezos' focus on innovation extended to how Amazon interacted with its customers. In 2017, Amazon launched its cashierless store, Amazon Go, which used a combination of sensors and artificial intelligence to track what customers picked up and automatically charged them when they left. This radical approach to retail introduced a new way of thinking about how we shop, removing the need for checkout lines and revolutionizing the convenience of in-person shopping. The concept of just walk-out shopping, where customers can simply grab what they need and leave, seemed like science fiction just a few years ago, but Bezos was not content with the status quo. He saw a future where technology and convenience would converge to make the shopping experience seamless and frictionless. Bezos's leadership was also characterized by his relentless focus on customer satisfaction. While many companies talk about putting customers first, Amazon actually did it. Bezos often emphasized that Amazon's success was driven by its obsession with the customer experience. The company invested heavily in creating a system that could deliver not just products, but also an unparalleled experience. Through innovations like the Prime membership program, which offered not just fast shipping, but also exclusive content and other perks, Amazon made it clear that it wasn't just selling products, it was selling a lifestyle, a new way of experiencing the world. Yet, despite Amazon's massive success, Bezos has remained humble about his own achievements. He frequently speaks about the importance of maintaining a long-term vision, staying focused on the bigger picture, and making decisions that benefit the company's future rather than chasing short-term accolades. As Amazon's founder, Bezos has always been adamant that he is just one part of a much larger equation. He regularly praises his team and attributes much of Amazon's success to their dedication and innovative ideas. This humility, combined with his visionary leadership, is what has allowed Bezos to continually push the boundaries of what is possible. But beyond the companies he's built, Bezos's impact on society cannot be overstated. He didn't just create a business empire. He created an entirely new way of interacting with technology and the world. His work at Amazon has changed how people shop, how they consume media, how they manage their homes, and even how they work. His influence is felt in every corner of the globe, whether it's the delivery of a package to your doorstep or the use of a cloud service to power a startup. Bezos's vision for Amazon has gone far beyond what anyone could have imagined in those early days in a Seattle garage. He's changed the way we live, work, and even think about the future. The journey that Jeff Bezos embarked upon was not just about creating a successful business. It was about reshaping the world, rethinking how technology and commerce could work together to improve lives. And though he's often recognized as one of the wealthiest people in the world, his true legacy lies in the ways he's transformed industries, inspired innovation, and paved the way for the next generation of entrepreneurs. He didn't just build a company, he built a new way of thinking, a way that encourages us to dream big, embrace risk, and never stop innovating. So, Jeff Bezos' story is not just one of financial success. It's a testament to the power of vision, persistence, and the belief that the impossible can become reality. It's a reminder that the world is full of opportunities, but only those with the courage to dream beyond the horizon will have the chance to make a lasting impact. And even as Bezos moves on to new endeavors, like Blue Origin, his influence on the world will continue to shape the future for generations to come. His story is far from over, and the next chapter promises to be just as groundbreaking as the last. The Unseen Forces, a legacy shaped by vision, risk, and unyielding determination. As Amazon evolved from a small online bookstore to one of the most powerful companies in the world, Jeff Bezos' leadership became synonymous with innovation and foresight. Yet, beyond the vast network of distribution centers, the cutting-edge technologies, and the revolutionary customer experiences that Amazon created, there was something far more profound at play, a mindset that could foresee the future before it arrived. Jeff Bezos wasn't just playing the game of business. He was rewriting the rules of how industries operated, how technology impacted society, and how we as consumers engage with the world. One of the fundamental forces behind Bezos' success was his relentless belief in the power of experimentation. While many businesses play it safe, opting for incremental changes and cautious steps. Bezos has always pushed Amazon to operate like a laboratory, an ever-evolving platform for innovation. From the moment Amazon started, it was clear that Jeff wasn't interested in simply replicating the status quo. He was more interested in disrupting the existing systems and inventing entirely new paradigms. This mindset was evident in Amazon's expansion into so many unexpected territories. The creation of Amazon Web Services, AWS, for example, seemed like a bold and risky move at the time, but it proved to be nothing short of visionary. At the time AWS was launched, in 2006, the cloud was a relatively new and undeveloped concept. Many people questioned whether Amazon, a company known for selling books, could really compete in the world of cloud computing. But Bezos saw potential where others saw doubt. He recognized the immense power of the internet to provide scalable, affordable computing services to companies of all sizes, and he turned Amazon into the world's most dominant player in this market. AWS didn't just change Amazon's business model, it changed the entire landscape of technology. Small startups now had access to the same cloud infrastructure that large corporations had been using, democratizing the tech industry and empowering entrepreneurs to launch businesses with minimal upfront costs. AWS became the backbone of countless companies, from Netflix to Airbnb to Spotify. It wasn't just about providing services, it was about creating an environment where innovation could flourish, unbound by the traditional constraints of hardware and server management. But even as Amazon's empire expanded, Bezos never lost sight of what made the company special in the first place: its commitment to customer obsession. Bezos famously said, "We're not competitor-obsessed, we're customer-obsessed. We start with what the customer needs, and we work backwards." This statement defined the Amazon approach to business and became one of the driving forces behind its success. From the very beginning, Bezos set out to create a business that wasn't just focused on products, but on a deeply integrated customer experience. And in order to make that experience as seamless as possible, Amazon was willing to take risks that others wouldn't dare. When Amazon first introduced Amazon Prime, it was a bold gamble. A subscription-based service that offered free 2-day shipping for a fixed annual fee was revolutionary, and many wondered whether people would be willing to pay upfront for something that they couldn't immediately experience. But Bezos believed in it. He believed that by focusing on making shopping easier, faster, and more convenient, Amazon could create a loyal customer base that would keep coming back, not just for the products, but for the experience. As Prime continued to grow, so did Amazon's ability to innovate around the concept of convenience. With each step, Amazon found new ways to surprise and delight customers. From the introduction of Amazon Fresh to the creation of the first cashier-less stores, Amazon Go. These innovations didn't just come from a desire to make money. They came from a deep-rooted belief that the future of retail lay in making life easier for consumers. Bezos and his team understood that in the long run, customer loyalty isn't just about offering the lowest price. It's about offering an experience that changes how people live their lives. But Amazon's pursuit of innovation didn't stop with shopping. Bezos looked beyond retail, beyond cloud computing, and beyond logistics, asking the question, how can Amazon make an even greater impact? This question led to some of Amazon's most daring ventures, including its exploration into space with Blue Origin. Founded in 2000, Blue Origin represented another long-term vision for Bezos, a vision that was bigger than Amazon itself. While many people viewed space exploration as a distant dream, Bezos saw it as the next frontier for humanity. His goal with Blue Origin wasn't just to build rockets or spacecraft. It was to create the infrastructure that would eventually enable people to live and work in space. He envisioned a future where Earth wasn't the only home for humanity, a future where we could tap into the limitless resources of space. He's often spoken about the idea of creating a civilization in space that would preserve Earth's environment by moving energy-intensive industries off-planet. The development of reusable rockets an essential component of Blue Origin's strategy, mirrored Bezos's broader philosophy about innovation. Just as Amazon had disrupted traditional retail with a focus on customer experience and speed, Blue Origin aimed to disrupt the space industry by making space travel more cost-effective and sustainable. Blue Origin's success with reusable rockets has positioned the company as a formidable player in the race to make space travel more accessible, not just for astronauts, but for ordinary people. But Bezos's ventures didn't just stretch to the stars. They also reached deep into the earth. One of Amazon's most ambitious projects in recent years has been its drive to become a major player in artificial intelligence and machine learning. With the development of Alexa, Amazon pushed the boundaries of how humans interact with technology. Alexa isn't just a voice assistant. It's an evolving AI system that has learned to integrate itself into our daily lives. Whether it's controlling your home's lighting, playing your favorite music, or ordering products on demand, Alexa is a product of Bezos's belief in the power of technology to make life simpler, more connected, and more efficient. While many tech companies were content with making incremental improvements to existing products, Amazon constantly sought to invent entirely new ways of interacting with technology. The result is an ecosystem that ties together Amazon's various services, from shopping to entertainment to smart home technology. It's a vision of a world where technology is seamless, invisible, and integrated into everything we do. However, Bezos's legacy isn't just about the technologies and products that Amazon and its subsidiaries created. It's also about the culture of innovation that he instilled in the company from day one. The culture of Amazon has long been characterized by an emphasis on invention, risk-taking, and learning from failure. Bezos himself has said that Amazon's success isn't due to a single breakthrough idea, but to a series of innovations that have compounded over time. From the way Amazon encourages its employees to experiment with new ideas, even if they might fail, to its focus on long-term thinking and its commitment to putting customers at the center of everything, Amazon's culture has been a driving force behind its meteoric rise. As Bezos's leadership in Amazon began to transform industries, his personal approach to business management also became a topic of interest. Known for his intense focus, high standards, and willingness to make bold decisions, Bezos was often seen as a perfectionist who demanded the best from his team. But he was also known for being willing to take calculated risks, to step outside of his comfort zone, and to challenge the status quo in ways that few other CEOs would dare. His leadership style, while often tough, encouraged employees to think big, be bold, and innovate relentlessly. One of the most striking aspects of Bezos's leadership is his unwavering commitment to his vision. Throughout the decades-long journey that led to Amazon's success, there were many moments where the company's future seemed uncertain, where failure appeared inevitable. Yet Bezos's ability to maintain his focus on the long-term goals of the company, despite the turbulence, was a testament to his leadership. His belief in the possibility of something greater than what existed in the present allowed Amazon to weather storms that would have sunk many other companies. Bezos's story isn't just about financial success or industry disruption. It's a story of perseverance, vision, and the relentless pursuit of innovation. It's a story about how one person's refusal to accept the ordinary or the expected can change the course of history. And while Jeff Bezos may no longer be at the helm of Amazon as of 2021, the impact he has had on the world will continue to resonate for years to come. His legacy, built on innovation, risk, and an unyielding belief in the future, will inspire generations of entrepreneurs to think bigger, dream further, and never stop challenging the status quo. The road ahead, beyond the limits of the present. As Jeff Bezos passed the reins of Amazon's day-to-day operations to Andy Jassy in 2021, it marked not just a transition in leadership, but a new chapter in his journey of reshaping the world. Bezos's influence on Amazon is indelible. His vision, strategy, and unrelenting pursuit of innovation have turned the company into a global powerhouse. However, his departure from the company he built also signals the beginning of a broader evolution in his personal endeavors, as he looks beyond Earth and toward the stars, towards a future that may redefine humanity's place in the universe. Even after stepping down as CEO, Bezos's work is far from over. His passion for exploration, technology, and innovation is now taking on a cosmic dimension through his space venture, Blue Origin. But the journey to space is not merely a curiosity for Bezos, it is a deeply personal and forward-thinking endeavor. In his vision, space isn't a final frontier. It's the next chapter in humanity's development, an opportunity to alleviate the pressures on Earth by expanding into the vast, untapped resources of the cosmos. Blue Origin's primary goal is to make space travel more affordable and accessible to people from all walks of life. Bezos has consistently emphasized that the future of humanity doesn't have to be confined to the limitations of Earth. His belief in space exploration is rooted in the idea that Earth, though magnificent and full of life, has finite resources. Bezos envisions a future where humanity's expansion into space could preserve the planet and provide new opportunities for growth, research, and sustainability. The model he advocates for involves creating a floating civilization in space, one where industries like manufacturing and energy production can thrive without consuming the planet's natural resources. His vision includes orbital habitats where millions of people could live, work, and enjoy a high quality of life, with space acting as a complement, not a competitor, to Earth. Blue Origin's first significant breakthrough, the successful launch and landing of its reusable rocket, New Shepard, in 2015, was a bold step forward in making space travel more sustainable. Bezos's commitment to reducing the cost of space access is not just about technological innovation, but also about creating the infrastructure necessary for large-scale space missions. The long-term plan for Blue Origin includes creating space habitats and facilitating the transportation of materials to and from Earth, both to unlock the economic potential of space and to ensure that our growing needs for energy, resources, and living space do not deplete our planet's resources. By 2021, Blue Origin had already achieved milestones that many thought were years away, including the first crewed spaceflight, with Bezos himself on board in July 2021. But Bezos's vision for humanity's future isn't confined to the stars. His commitment to innovation continues to push boundaries across multiple industries on Earth as well, from his investment in the Washington Post, where he has sought to reinvigorate journalism and ensure that independent, high-quality news can thrive in an age of misinformation, to his foray into the world of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Bezos is continuously applying his forward-thinking mentality to new areas. His investments and endeavors are often deeply interconnected, each building upon the other, creating a network of change that transcends industries and accelerates humanity's potential. In fact, Bezos's influence in the technology world extends far beyond the companies he directly controls. As an advocate for artificial intelligence, machine learning, and quantum computing, he is pushing for advancements that will not only disrupt existing industries, but also create entirely new fields of work. These technologies have the potential to revolutionize healthcare, education, logistics, transportation, and nearly every other sector. Bezos's philosophy has always been about thinking beyond the immediate challenges, understanding that true innovation often requires an entire shift in perspective, not just small tweaks to existing systems. One of the most striking aspects of Bezos's career, however, is his ability to maintain his focus on long-term goals, even when the immediate landscape is uncertain. As he famously said, "If you double the number of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness." He has lived by this ethos, constantly pushing Amazon to try new things, fail, and learn from those failures. His consistent emphasis on failure as a pathway to success has inspired an entire generation of entrepreneurs to embrace risk, experiment, and learn at a faster pace than ever before. The idea that failure is not a setback, but a stepping stone has become a core principle for Bezos, one that he continues to promote even as his ventures grow into new domains. One area where this philosophy of experimentation has particularly borne fruit is in Amazon's development of its AI-driven devices and services. While Alexa was one of the first of its kind to make a voice assistant ubiquitous in homes, the journey to developing this technology required countless iterations, failures, and improvements. Bezos encouraged his team at Amazon to think of their products not as finished goods, but as ongoing experiments. This mindset led to the creation of a voice assistant that is continually learning, improving, and expanding its capabilities, from the integration of smart home devices to providing personalized shopping recommendations. Alexa's evolution is a perfect example of Bezos's commitment to long-term thinking, a willingness to accept that, in order to build something truly groundbreaking, you need to remain in a constant state of learning and adapting. Beyond Amazon and Blue Origin, Bezos's philanthropic initiatives have also demonstrated a commitment to shaping the future. In 2018, Bezos announced the creation of the Bezos Earth Fund, a multi-billion-dollar initiative to combat climate change. His commitment to addressing the planet's greatest challenges underscores a core part of his belief system. Technology can be a force for good, and it can solve the world's most pressing problems if applied with ingenuity and determination. Through this fund, Bezos is looking to accelerate the development of clean energy technologies, support global environmental conservation, and foster sustainable practices across industries. Much like his work with Amazon, Bezos sees the Earth Fund not as a one-time effort, but as an ongoing, evolving project that will require innovative solutions and a long-term commitment to change. Through initiatives like the Earth Fund, Bezos is also attempting to address some of the world's most urgent issues while providing a roadmap for others in the tech world to do the same. While critics may point out that Bezos's vast wealth affords him the ability to tackle global issues on a large scale, his approach serves as a model for how technology can be used to address climate change, poverty, and inequality. His philanthropic work extends beyond just monetary donations. It's about using the tools, knowledge, and resources that Amazon has built to scale solutions to global problems. However, while Bezos's impact on the world of business, technology, and space is monumental, it's important to recognize that his story is still being written. With a vision that extends into space and a determination that knows no bounds, the next chapter of his legacy will undoubtedly be one of even greater disruption and transformation. Bezos has always been a believer in the potential for technology to change the world. And now, as he embarks on new ventures that focus on space exploration, AI, and environmental sustainability, the impact of his work will likely continue to echo for generations. As Bezos continues to make strides in reshaping humanity's future, his story serves as a reminder to all of us of the power of vision, risk, and the ability to embrace the unknown. His journey isn't just about the success of a single company. It's about inspiring the next generation of innovators to challenge assumptions, dream big, and take the bold steps necessary to create a future that might seem impossible today. Bezos's legacy, built on a foundation of long-term thinking and an unyielding commitment to innovation, will continue to inspire and shape the world for years to come. The road ahead is filled with possibilities, and Jeff Bezos, true to form, is leading the charge into a future that promises to be as unpredictable and transformative as the one he has already built. The power of vision and perseverance. Jeff Bezos' journey, from a young boy disassembling toys to becoming one of the wealthiest and most influential figures in the world, is a testament to the power of vision, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace failure as a necessary part of success. His story is not just about building a billion-dollar empire. It's about challenging the status quo, reimagining what's possible, and having the courage to pursue something that others may dismiss as improbable. Bezos' success didn't come easily. It was forged through years of hard work, countless sacrifices, and a relentless drive to push beyond the limits of what was known. Whether it was flipping burgers at McDonald's as a teenager, grappling with failure and self-doubt in college, or betting everything on an uncertain future with Amazon, Bezos continuously chose the path of risk, the road less traveled, because he believed in the potential of his vision. His willingness to take risks, learn from failures, and innovate relentlessly has made him one of the most transformative figures of the modern era. The lessons we can learn from Bezos are countless, but perhaps the most powerful is the importance of thinking long-term and being unafraid to take chances. In a world that often prioritizes short-term gains and immediate gratification, Bezos has always focused on the bigger picture. He recognized that true innovation takes time, and it requires both patience and persistence. The road to success is rarely linear. There are setbacks, failures, and moments of uncertainty, but what matters is the ability to keep moving forward, to continue experimenting, and to adapt as you learn. Another key lesson is the importance of customer obsession. Bezos didn't just want to sell products. He wanted to create an experience that would change people's lives. His dedication to improving the customer experience, his obsession with convenience, and his focus on quality service have been the driving forces behind Amazon's unparalleled success. It's a reminder that, in any business or endeavor, understanding your audience and relentlessly delivering value is crucial to lasting impact. And perhaps most importantly, Bezos' story reminds us that innovation often comes from the most unexpected places. He didn't start with all the answers. He started with curiosity, with a willingness to ask, what if? He didn't settle for doing things the way they had always been done. He disrupted entire industries by thinking differently, by imagining new possibilities, and by daring to act on those ideas. His journey encourages us all to be bold, to challenge our own assumptions, and to push the boundaries of what's possible. As Bezos steps away from the day-to-day leadership of Amazon and focuses on new ventures like Blue Origin, his legacy is already secure. But the lessons from his story will continue to inspire future generations of innovators, entrepreneurs, and dreamers. The world may change, but the principles of vision, risk, resilience, and customer centricity that Bezos built his empire on will always remain relevant. So, as we reflect on the story of Jeff Bezos, let us remember that success is not defined by the obstacles we face, but by how we respond to them. The future belongs to those who are willing to dream big, take risks, and fail forward. Bezos' journey is proof that, with vision, hard work, and a little bit of courage, we can all transform our own futures and leave an indelible mark on the world. The story is far from over, and it's a story we can all be a part of, if we're willing to take that first step, no matter how uncertain the path ahead may seem. This concludes the story. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you found it enjoyable. If you did, please consider liking the video and sharing it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell for more captivating stories. Have a great day.